Why I didn't count us off, I don't know.
Oh.
I might have turned off the volume, actually, now that I think about it. But...
It literally feels like I'm looking at a spaceship right now. I have no idea what means what, so...
I'm crying.
When you tell me to hit it, let's hit it.
Hit it, boss! I'm screaming. For those of y'all that are not watching the video.
I'm just like really feeling my zhuzh today.
No, as you should. She looks, let me tell you something. My queen right here?
Stop.
Yeah. The way I boost you on every podcast episode. There's not been an episode.
No, that's literally been us though. Even since like middle school, like when we went separate for high school and college, that was the only thing that we kept in contact if we weren't together. We was boosting each other on those
really
Snapchat, Instagram, whatever. We knew what was going on.
Quick to swipe up.
What happened?
Because I feel like it's almost criminal if I'm not.
Like literally. I'm like, this is my... No, let's really talk about it. If you're friends with somebody and they like, especially whenever they make contact, because I was talking about this with my homegirl the other day, right? And she's a hairstylist, a beautician, and she does YouTube, she makes TikTok content, things like that. And she has this one friend, and I don't know the situation anymore. But like never supported her, never liked her things, anything like that. Like I remember she was 20 likes away from getting like 10,000 likes on her page. So we went in and we spammed that motherfucker to get it to 10K. But meanwhile, her friend who lives in her city that she sees more often just never like interact or post or nothing. If you swipe past your friend's post, not that like social media is like real life, but you know what you're doing, you hating ass bitch.
No, because literally, let's talk about it. I saw TikTok actually about this, and they were saying like being the social media friend is so hard when you don't have social media friends or friends that understand. So it's like if I post a pic, which like in a non-egotistical, like materialistic way, but it's like
if y'all don't follow Audrey on Instagram, baby, it's material, honey.
Stop.
Material. There's a lot of you could just move for it. It's like what happened, honestly.
Stop.
Yeah, especially the vacation pictures.
No,
the vacation pictures. The sand on the. I like that.
And commented that too. Like, I may not post a whole bunch, but just know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Serving.
Full plate, empty plate.
Bon appetit.
Yeah.
But if y'all have not guessed it already, I'm here with the one and only queen.
It's your girl, baby. Or Bini, whatever you want to call me by. Come on.
It might be baby, yeah?
Huh?
It might be baby after the episode. Okay.
No, because that's literally, it's so funny. Every time I tell somebody, because my nickname is Baby, every time I tell somebody my name is Baby, they're like, I prefer baby. And I'm like, but I didn't say that.
Okay.
You call me by my name. Now my friends, yeah, baby. But y'all niggas?
Y'all ain't deserving that title.
It just gave me like you forgot my name.
I'm screaming.
That's what it gave me. Like a nigga who only says babe, sexy, baby, like.
What's my full name?
Do you know my last name? Could you find me on Facebook? No.
That work. Girl, I've been on TikTok a lot. Because I saw another TikTok about that. And it was like, if I give you $5 million right now to call one of your friends and tell with no hesitation, like tell their middle name, favorite color, and I think it was just that. Middle name, favorite color. I think there's one more. Who would you be able to call?
I'll call Kira.
Yeah.
Which, Kira, if you're listening to this, shout out to you, baby.
Period.
Who you calling?
Well, I sent it to my friends, and
Oh, gag. Not on the
I
spot.
said, "So what is it?" And both of them actually, Sully and Sam, got it
Oh,
correct. I was like, "Okay,
word,
period.
word, word.
Y'all should know anyways, because I'm literally trying to make a whole company with my
Yeah.
friend based off of my
Literally.
middle name." Like, but so happy to have you back on. We will be circling back
So
to the first conversation
Oh, yeah.
about the social media friend, because people really don't understand, like, a simple like repost, a simple like, a simple comment goes a long way.
Yeah. Literally, whenever I had, when the first episode that I had done, like, a couple years ago,
Yeah.
like, my friends were sending me how, like, your podcast was in their Spotify, Spotify rap, because you send them shit, they like it, they're gonna keep listening to it.
Period. So for those of y'all that have y'all's content, it's always, I'm just ready for you to blow up so that we can eat together. Baby, right now we're on food stamps.
Okay.
If you're trying to eat,
Okay.
you're gonna need to like, repost, comment, and share.
Cause look at the glow up from season 1.
To now.
That requires work. That requires outreach. That requires engagement. Let's do it. Come on, come on. Support your friends, y'all.
Period. But let's roll in this intro. We've got a lot to talk about, baby girl. So go ahead and get those glasses poured, as always. Hit that motherfucking subscribe button, bitch. Don't listen to the damn episode and not subscribe.
Go ahead, comment, maybe twice, share it, copy link, text message on your story, all that.
All the above. And let's get fucked up together. Period.
All of the organizations I was a part of, like, it was different because I used to be part of Students of East Africa. I was the cultural director. This was back as a boy, and then I left.
Back as a boy is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I know my tea. Back when I was a boy, my sisters hate when I say that. But anyways, yeah, and it was all cool. Meshwell made a lot of friends, and then I left and I came back, and it was like a very different shift of energy. I think it's just because like now I'm like very like openly queer, like not just like talking about it or whatever, but like visibly, like you can obviously you can tell, and like the energy just wasn't as like inviting anymore. No shade, y'all know the ones I love. I love y'all. I had the girlies watch out for me because they even be like sometimes like it'd be certain parties and they'd be like, "Girl, the trade here, I wouldn't come." Like no shade. And I'm like, and that's real. Like, please don't put me in these situations because I
have to have those friends.
I had came back during like cultural weeks to like teach like dance classes and things like that, but I had never been back like in it for real until I was back on campus. And it was just it went from like college being very like interactive and social to I was literally I didn't even buy a parking pass. I parked in that garage. I went to class and I dipped. Like wasn't no extracurriculars. People was like mad weird other than like some of the people that I knew, but like the new ones. Cause I mean I go to UNT and there's a lot of it's a minority serving institution, so there's like a lot of queer people there, but it's very much like one of the white kids with the blue hair type of queer.
Stop.
You know what I'm talking about. And y'all listening know what I'm talking about. Shout out to the white queers with the blue hair. It's no shade. I'm just saying, like, it's a very different experience for me.
That was so specific.
Yeah, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, come on. And so, because, like, they kind of, like, stick in their own circles. But I'm like, when I was on campus, it was always black people where I was in the African orgs. So people weren't as like well acclimated to it, especially considering some of them niggas this was on the low. But yeah, I remember I went back to our campus one day and like the Young Conservatives of Texas, whatever. When I say every lamppost, every window, every door entryway had like some sort, it was like anti-trans propaganda because they had like a rally. I had missed it, but all this stuff was still there. Because they were, now with like politics, they use like trans as like a dog whistle, like to distract us from like what's really going on. Like they really acting like we're out here transitioning just to go creep on women in the bathroom.
Which is so crazy.
Like, bitch, I gotta pee. If I go into the men's bathroom now, and I've done it before, like in grocery stores or at the club sometimes, people be looking at me upside of my head. So I'm just like, which bathroom do y'all want to use? But anyway, that's
even if I dress in the slightest bit like feminine,
it
happens. Like I remember this was I think it was Cinco de Mayo a couple years back. It was in 2022. Because 2022 I was in my show some skin, rub on some titties, girl, era.
So what about titties?
I said rub on them. And I remember I was wearing this red mesh crop top. And I had like these boots and some black joggers on, but we went to a bar downtown. And I remember I had to go to the bathroom. And I remember somebody walked into the bathroom. Oh, and I had my hair like tied up, which I normally never really tied up, but I didn't feel like doing it that day. So somebody walks into the bathroom. I'm peeing. They walk back out. And then walked back in.
They was trying to check that sign. So what the hell is going on in here?
And I was like,
hey. Imagine it wasn't even because you're queer. He was like, this is the whites only bathroom.
I'm like, and I'm a white feminine woman. What are you talking about?
Today we are.
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, do you not know where you're supposed to be at?
I'm like, sir, you don't belong in here. You do not belong in here.
Like, because last time I checked, this was a whites-only bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry, but I don't think you belong here.
But, like, it's so weird, like, the weird fixations they have. And what I literally don't care because I'm just like, I'm gonna still do me regardless.
Period.
But it's the fact that, like, people would see me, then they're, like, they're looking at the posters and the flyers, and then they're looking at me. Kind of like, I can only attest to, like, in middle school, and we were talking about slavery. And all the white people were, like, looking at you. I'm like, y'all, I'm trying to get to class. Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on.
It really is just the prejudiceness, or not even. I don't even want to necessarily say prejudiceness or prejudices. Ignorance. It's pure ignorance, and it's like, why the fuck are you so goddamn concerned in all the wrong ways?
That part.
You wanna be concerned? Open a motherfucking book.
Yeah, I had a friend, and it was this one girl's boyfriend. I called him a fag.
Ooh.
And said like he had like just like making stuff up like he had AIDS or whatever.
Oh wow.
Just for him to come around that app. Grindr.
Y'all know the app. You ain't even gotta tell them. Y'all know what app we're talking about.
I like to.
We ain't talking about Christian Mingle.
When I'm in public.
Who?
I like to call it blunder when I'm out in public as like a code word. Because I don't want people to think I'm a vacation. So I'm just like, it's like that kind of environment that you're in. I'm like, y'all are going out of your way to make people uncomfortable, but like.
That's because you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, and it's just like I'm not even because I have a pretty good like sense of. Like, reading the room. So I'm like, if I go in and I'm reading that energy, I'm not even going to say hi to that person.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to, like, make it a thing. Like, I've had instances where it'll be, like, a group of guys, and, like, they'll be saying hi to me. And then there was, like, one guy, like, turned around before I got to him, was acting like he was on his phone. Just so he would have to say hi to me. I'm like, nigga, shaking my hand or hugging me is not going to turn me gay. Like, literally all of your friends just said hi to me, but you want to make it a big deal. I'm like, now it's awkward for everybody.
Right. And it's like, luckily I haven't really had too many experiences or really, like, I felt it, where it's like, your energy feels a little bit off, but it's always still been very cordial,
Mm-hmm.
but like I've never really had any experiences where I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't like me because I like men.
Yeah. Like a lot of, when I came out, a lot of relationships changed. Like, even just the way people say hi to me, like the way they engage with me. Um, it was like very like from a distance, or it's just like putting on face to be polite. So yeah, being back in school and online has definitely been way better. Cause I was just like, it wasn't even that I'm like, it made me like sad or anything like that, but I'm like, another day where we gotta do this bullshit. But other than that, doing a lot better mentally.
Period.
We're medicated. And so those are like my main updates since then. It's just getting back into my zhuzh. I had to learn because before I transitioned, I was on track to graduate early.
Okay.
And then taking almost like 2-year gap. I had to learn that like the timeline that I had for myself was, you know, it was okay to adjust it. Cause I was like, why am I over here? I'm 23 years old, and I'm tweaking like the world is gonna end tomorrow, and I haven't done anything. But I'm like,
Right.
I have time. You know, my only job right now is to make my money, to go to school, live my life, and be better than you was yesterday. And I had to learn like that is okay. That I'm not 23 with a tech job in a high-rise apartment because that was my track.
Which, wait, what were you going to school for? Remind us.
I'm going to school for BCIS, which is Business Computer Information Systems. Would I recommend it? No. It's boring as fuck. It's not hard. It'll make you good money, but it's boring. I was a political science double major. Oh, that's another change since the last time.
Okay, because I was like, I just don't remember hearing that.
Yeah, I was a double major.
I was like,
yeah, but it was just like, not shade to UNT. It's a lot of fake liberals over there, and I'm like, I couldn't be around the Pete Buttigieg, Elizabeth Warren stamp. I was like, that's just not my politics. And I dropped it, and I just focused on the STEM degree.
Period. Because I've bounced between comp sci and architecture. Originally, I was doing both, but computer science just does not really it interests me. But I'm just like, do I see? My biggest thing is like, how do I route it into what I actually want to do? And I wasn't able to.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if it's just like the mindset, like your parents in your head, but I'm like, I kind of just started getting to the point now where I'm like, my career may not necessarily be what I want to do, but I just want to have, stability and a livelihood, so I have time and the money to do what I want to do, because
that's true.
I was like, I don't want to like keep starting over and over and over again because I don't even think until like sophomore, junior year, like
you're not even working on your actual degree.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like depending on what track you're on for like either a 3-year or 4-year graduation, like some people you're not even taking your major classes until your junior year. So I was like, I feel like it's okay to switch it up then. But then once I got to the junior year part, I was like, okay, let me think practically about what jobs am I gonna do? What does the supply and demand look like for this field by the time I'm graduating? And I just kind of had to go with like, you know what? I'm good at this. It'll make me money. I can work from home, travel, do the stuff that I want to do. Yeah. So I'm sticking with the BCIS for now. Well, not for now, forever. I'm sticking with the BCIS.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'll be like, I don't know.
You know what?
Yeah.
But that's good. Like, and the way that I thought about it, I was like, okay, architecture, because I really would like to build podcast studios. Yeah. Very like niche market. I watched How to Build a Sex Room, and it really opened up. Right. Great show if you have not watched it on Netflix.
Do you want to build my sex room?
Great show. I was like, wow.
It's a whole series about
Oh, yeah.
What is this on?
Netflix.
Word.
Yeah, little Miss girl. She's so cute. Old woman, like just so cute. And she builds these like each episode's like 2 different people, and she'll build their sex rooms. And go ahead and give me that sponsorship, Netflix. Let me just throw that in here.
Yeah.
Since y'all don't want to subscribe.
Well, it's still Pride. Pride Month is coming up next year, so that's the only time y'all want to
show some stuff.
Okay.
Okay. But no, I watched it and I was like, wow, like people really do. Because like when I originally was going like out of high school, I was like interior design because that's what I studied, interior design and culinary. And I looked at it and I was like, interior designers make $40,000 a year. So that y'all understand the math, a single person in Texas needs to be making at least $63,000 a year to be meeting ends meet. So 40,000 is just a little, $23,000 under that.
Yeah.
So it just wasn't gonna cut it for me. So I was like, okay, I listened to architecture because I love to build my houses on The Sims and build my whole community. So
I could be on The Sims for hours and hours.
I love The Sims.
Oh my god.
Specifically Sims 3. Sims 4 is getting better. Sims 3 is my girl.
I have Sims 4, had before my computer tweaked out. I'm working on getting her back.
Period.
I'm going back and forth to customer service because they will give me all of my expansion packs back as well.
Period. And as I should. But I was like, my aunt was like, you really like to do that stuff? And I was like, yeah. So that's how I got into architecture. I was like, they literally make double of what an interior designer is going to make. And with architecture, you can backtrack. Interior design, you can't like, okay, well, I'm going to go do architecture. But I could be like, you know what? I'm going to do interior design. And then my dad was pretty much how you were like, my parents got to my ear. My dad was like, you really should be doing, every time I tell him I'm doing architecture, he's like, I just don't understand. Y'all know how black your African parents are. It's like, I just don't understand why you would, is that really what you like? And I'm like, yeah, clearly. And he was just like, well, with computer science, like, that's the new thing. Like, you'll have the stability there and you'll be able to do what you want to do, yada, yada, yada. I was like, yeah, I get that. But at the end of the day, like, this is my life. Like, that's what I'm going to have to do. And I couldn't see how I would be able to come from computer science to architecture because you need to have that accreditation. But I can, take some boot camp, like, classes and all this other stuff to learn how to code to segue into comp sci. So that, I'm like, cool, now I'm giving y'all my whole 4-year plan. Copywriting that.
So when we come back on season 6, 7, 8, 9, we can give y'all updates.
No, literally. But, period. I love that, like, your mental is getting better day by day. I think that's the most important part, is day by day it gets better. Instead of like, oh, I don't know. It's like, well,
progress is not linear, and I had to be okay with that because especially a lot of people were looking at me like the star child, and I'm like, I'm a fucking human being, Like, yeah, I might go through some rough patches, but you're gonna be back on that.
So hard.
Yeah, like, just stop breathing down my neck a little bit. Thank you.
Ask me how I'm doing. Being the star child is so hard. It's like, I had to have this conversation also with my dad. And I was just like, with really my entire family, I blocked them last year. Because last year was a really rough year for me. And I blocked them. I was like, none of y'all are checking in on me. None of y'all are asking how I'm doing. So I'm just going to block y'all. And it took maybe a month or 2 before they realized that they were blocked. And then they started blowing my stuff up. And then I rebutted with, they were like, why aren't you answering us? And you had us worried. And I was like, well, one, I didn't have y'all worried enough because nobody knocked on my door.
Y'all know where I stay.
Y'all know where I'm staying. My mom works down the street.
Ooh.
My grandma works down the street.
Yeah.
None of y'all are saying we're going to have the cops come do a check, but y'all can come do a check. The same way the cops going to have to get in, so can y'all.
Okay.
So it was just like, and I had to have that conversation of, y'all expect me, and I had this conversation with my friends too, to always be on. I'm not capable of always being on. What did Kelly Price say? Tired!
Child.
Girl, I was tired. I was genuinely exhausted, and all I needed was the family to be like, how was he? And y'all aren't doing that. So y'all are blocked. So to all you men out there that think that y'all are not capable of also getting blocked, bitch, you're fucking mistaken. Because with the swiftness, don't piss me off.
That's my favorite button.
Girl.
That was my favorite button.
Or I'll put you on, I don't even block them. I like to put them on mute. I had one person that was on mute for 2 years and would always swipe up on my story and would be pissed off because I never responded. Bitch, you're finna see me thriving.
I can't do mute because now I have a fixation on checking versus if I just block and delete the message there, then it's out of sight, out of mind. If I'm like for real, I'll delete the contact name. So whenever you go through the block list, it's just a bunch of numbers. So I can't go and block you. I don't remember who you are.
See, I can't. Well, you know what? And I'm gonna leave it on this before we go into our break. Most of the time, their numbers are not even safe to begin with.
Oh yeah, that doesn't even count. That's just like get out of my face. But if it's like
I'll go years. I have a person that I have been talking to since 2020. Their number's still not saved.
See,
but I remember that number off the top of my head.
I'm not that organized. Cause I once, oh my god, I was turned.
Okay.
I was at, and my friends know what friends miss I was at, and we was all texting our niggas back that we was not supposed to. I went to unblock who I thought it was. Bitch. 5 minutes later, I'm like, wait, something don't feel right. It was the wrong person. They FaceTimed me. I picked up. I said,
FaceTimed you?
Yes, because he was just like, why'd you have my number blocked? Like, it's been X, Y, and Z so long. And I was like, I was just playing. Yeah, and since then, now what I do is like, sometimes I'll add. No. And then, yeah.
Yeah, see, no, like, even on Snap, like, I won't block them. I think it's the Libra in me. People don't understand, I'm such a petty bitch.
I'm a Libra rising.
Oh, period. Okay.
Too very loud.
Okay. Too bad.
Too very loud. Period.
So for me, I'm like, and see, I'm a Libra, Virgo rising, and a Sag moon.
Oh.
Baby. That Virgo is always going to come through. Don't play with me. So you're going to see me thrive and you're going to be upset. And I'm not going to give a fuck. Now, my family, on the other hand, they don't have me on social media. So the only way, like, we have a family group chat and stuff. So I was like, y'all are going to get blocked. But now don't think that y'all are not capable of getting blocked. But I feel like for me, I have I don't want to say the self-control, but like, if I'm really done up here, I don't have to block you. Because then you're gonna be like, oh damn, like this person's really done. I don't want you to know I'm done.
Yeah.
I want you to keep thinking that you have a chance. Maybe it's toxic. Maybe I'm toxic.
I like them to know that I'm done. And then, like, a couple weeks after, I'd be like, I was doing too much. I could just leave or just ignore people. But I can't. Especially when I feel like I've been done dirty. It's like I need vengeance. I'm a vengeful bitch, and I'll say that. I don't care. I'm 23 years old. I'm still learning. Fuck.
Period. And we're gonna talk about that. Let's take a quick break because I'm sure y'all gotta refill y'all's glasses, and I'm gonna refill this motherfucker.
I like that.
Okay, period. I'm actually shocked because normally,
bitch. I got family listening to this.
Period. Go ahead and hit that like and damn. Is he drunk already? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and share this motherfucking video, bitch. Don't get blocked. And we are back.
And we are black.
Still don't know how to respond. Right.
Did I lie? Did I fucking lie?
Do you hear me?
Look at it, look at it.
Ah!
Look at it, look at it, look at No, because I'm so ready for when she comes out.
Girl,
I don't know what she's gonna do, but she's doing something. I'm gonna be there. Pre-sale. Mark my fucking words. Pre-sale, whatever it is, I'm on that.
no, because I didn't even get the Beehive, like early access.
Yeah.
So by the time it was on sale because there was 3 different accesses, I like the second one. By the time it was on sale for that, bitch, it was already $1,200. I said,
yeah.
Wow. But I mean,
Not right.
because okay.
Hey.
But I mean, for where I was for $50, like
Baby. No, because that's one thing. American Airlines Center is my bitch. Well, it's really my little sister's bitch, and
really?
she showed me out. That little girl.
Every time I hear stories about your little
young
sister
and cute, but that little girl gonna get to where she needs to be. It's inspiring.
It's so funny to see like y'all's relationship, like just like the growth of it. Because I don't think y'all understand. I have known Bini for a long time.
Periodically time. Like what? I think like 10, 11 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And me and my little sister, we share the same birthday. We're both Tauruses, exactly 5 years apart. I think it's like we were even born within an hour at the same time. Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to steal your identity much?
Right. I have 5 years before they're like, anyway, what do y'all want to do? Excuse me.
Does your little sister go out with y'all?
My little sister? No, she does not.
Because I had to clock it. Of course she doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't. But
right.
We go teenage friendly spaces.
Yeah.
But she's about to go to Houston for college.
U of H? No, we talked about this.
HCU.
Yeah.
She got a full ride. Congratulations, Nico, if you're listening. Yeah, she couldn't take that city by storm.
Girl, H-Town, that's my motherfuckers. I would love to move there.
Because that little girl know how to shake the room. Like,
and that she should. Let's talk about it, because before we left off, we were talking about Blackpink and the men. Let me tell y'all something. You men, you motherfuckers ain't shit. I'm sick and tired of it. Sick and tired of it.
Yeah, me too, but I always say these niggas ain't shit, but I'm shittier. If you want me to be a dog, I'll be a dog.
Like, no, I'll be a motherfucking wolf.
I want to be in my soft girl era. It's like, y'all aren't letting me do that.
I'm so ready to be in my, it's so funny because when we went to Pride last week, I was driving and I was like, wow, like, in this era in my life right now, I've never felt more ready to be in a relationship. I'm just trying to be domesticated. That's what which, if y'all listen to the other episode, I was not ready for that. 2 episodes later, I'm like, I'm
on there.
Girl, I've had many rest by myself. I'm tired of sleeping alone. Like,
you are entitled to that.
This bed. How does the song go? I don't even remember.
I don't even know the song.
I don't even know. I actually don't know the song. Because I was gonna sing "Try Sleeping with a Broken Heart" by Alicia Keys, but do you know that one?
I don't.
It's so slept on because it came out around the same time of Empire State of Mind, and that one blew up. But they used it for I think the T-Mobile commercial. Even if you were a million miles away, I can still feel you in my bed.
Yeah, I don't know her.
Really? The tone might be a little. It's definitely giving Alicia no keys. But no, I've been ready to just get into a relationship. I'm 22, almost 23 years old. Just so crazy to say that, being where I was when I started this podcast. But, I'm, 22 and in school, and I was like, I want to start having, I want kids. And so I want to have kids, like, start that 27-ish, 20, like, right.
That's like tomorrow.
Girl!
Ooh.
And there's not a relationship in sight.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm looking for the relationship.
Like, I have friends who are like 27, they're like, okay, starting to take it seriously. And I've had experience with like older guys. Like, they'll be like, because for reference, I just turned 23 a few weeks ago. Well, actually, no, about a month ago.
I was like, no, I think it literally a month ago yesterday.
And they be very quick on it, like to like try and settle down. Like, is it a couple months you want me to move in? Like, what? And I think that made me realize I'm not ready for it. Maybe like companionship and intimacy that may lead if it's right. But I'm just like, I feel like they always say like be the person that you want to date. I don't think I'm there.
That's such tea that you mentioned that, because the amount of people, I was talking to my friend about this, the amount of people that told me like I'm intimidating. And I'm like, I don't know what you mean by that. Because old me would have understood like I'm intimidating in the way of like, I'll beat your fucking ass. That I could understand.
He was a rowdy boy.
He was a queer boy trying to find his motherfucking way, and he did that with his fist. Look. But now I'm like, intimidating in what way? And like I almost kind of take offense to it, because it's almost like when people call me rude or mean. Like that is like a triggering word for me, because I'm like, I'm the furthest thing from both of those, and I've worked hard to move away from that. So like intimidating, being, sisters, cousins with those two words, I'm like, how?
I don't know, maybe it could be like, you're confident, you're in school, you have your creative like endeavors, you're working on a lot of projects, got your own place, and there's a lot of people who are older who don't necessarily have that going on, so that, or especially like at our age, that is rare.
Yeah.
So I could see what they mean. I don't know if intimidating. Well, actually, intimidating might be the right word if they're insecure about it, because then it's like people are thinking, what are they bringing to that relationship?
And that's what I like, because literally multiple people have told it. Like one person, I remember, he actually went to UNT. He was, yeah.
I don't know.
It wasn't. It wasn't gonna work out in the slightest bit, because he had just got out of a relationship, and I was like, okay, well, have you even processed that? Like, I'm not understanding why. This was like back in my last apartment, but we had talked about that, and then I remember him just messaging me and being like, hey, so like this isn't gonna work out. Like your lifestyle is just like I where I'm at in life, like I can't see myself fitting that into it. And then maybe like 2 months later, another person told me the same thing. And I'm like, bitch, you don't need to fit yourself into my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do with or without you, whether we're in a relationship or we're not. But the amount of my friends that I have to like, not anymore, but like the amount of my friends that like at that time I would front. If you're my partner and I want you to be there, I will front the bill. Like,
yeah.
Baby, and I had to tell my therapist this too. I was like, baby, if it's one thing I'm gonna do, if I wanna.
Henri's saying that he's gonna take me on a date and he's gonna sponsor.
Come on, baby girl.
Oh my god, we're going to Spa Castle, you guys.
Not Spa Castle. Out of all the places for the date. No, like, and that's just like, I literally had this conversation with my therapist. 2 of them. One of them told me I was both of them said I was a people pleaser. One of them told me that I had low self-esteem, and I was like, I don't think that's necessarily the case, because for me, it's just like, bitch, I don't even want to do stuff alone some of the times. And if I have the money and you don't, then let's go.
Yeah.
The fuck am I gonna miss out on an opportunity because you don't have it? And like, maybe I'm looking at this from a privileged perspective. I don't fucking know, but literally just the other day, like somebody was like, "You intimidate me," and we had fooled like not fooled around before, but like, well, no, we had fooled around years ago, but then like after that, we never really did anything. Like he'd come over, we'd cuddle, he'd stay the night. I'd play in his hair and whatnot, you know. And that was kind of that. Like we'd wake up, he'd leave, you know, play house.
Mm.
But he was like,
I love to play house.
I love to play house. Like
I delicious.
No.
I'm gonna leave at 7 a.m. sure.
Like maybe make a little breakfast.
Unless we make breakfast.
No.
Then I'm up at 10.
Okay. Eat up and be like, oh well. I'm gonna go start my day. Yeah. Thank you. This is fun. I love to play house.
Yeah.
I don't know why enough people don't like to play house. Like I feel like playing house eats.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm scary. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, you intimidate me. And I was like, bitch, you were in my bed. What do you mean I intimidate you?
I was
Not
in your mouth. What do you mean I intimidate
that part. And I'm trying to be in it again. And look, what part of me intimidates you? Because I can't help some of the things. Mm-hmm. But like, bitch, you gotta like pull yourself together and get your ass in my bed. Like, don't piss me off.
I feel like I've been told that, but it was warranted. Like, I was probably just being a bitch. I've worked on it since then. It's just like I went through a phase where like my tolerance was like at the like minimum, like as low as you can go. And it was just like if you didn't like first attempt, if you didn't come correct, it was on to the next. And sometimes I feel like I came off a bit cunty and not in the good way. But I've since worked on it. I've had some people who have softened me up since then. There's this one piece of trade, I won't say his name.
Piece of trade is crazy.
What?
A piece of trade is
like we wasn't in a relationship or nothing. Like now we're just friends. Which I had only recently started doing that. Because before, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't like nothing of mine. Like, it's a wrap. But, like, he was very sweet. Kind of showed me, like, things that I was, like, deserving of. Where I feel like I could step into my femininity more. Yeah, like, he was, like, he would come up with ideas. He would follow through. Mind you, he didn't even stay in my city. I don't want to say what city because he's gonna know, and I also know that he's gonna listen to this. But like he even came to visit me. Like if I were just talking, like we would be talking on FaceTime for hours. If I brought up a topic, then like a couple days later, it'd be like a book on that topic delivered to my house. And he like said,
I'm gonna need this little piece of trade too, bitch. Not what?
He don't like boys. Oh. Well, I don't know actually, but not his way. And no, we're actually
that's okay. I just need the book.
We're like strictly just friends, and he was like very encouraging too, like sending me like different like networking things that I could get, that I could join, for like whenever I was ready, just stepping back into like the academic space. Like as a trans person, I was very like apprehensive about joining new clubs like Nesby or Women of Gold, things like that, because I didn't know necessarily there's a place for me. But he would like be sending me different resources. Some were virtual, some were in person. It was just like it was nice having somebody, even though you were attracted to them and like y'all had like a friendship level, y'all had like the sexual attraction was there, but they also wanted to see you do better for yourself. I was just like, oh.
It's hot.
So this is how it's supposed to go.
It's hot. And like I'm him. Mm-hmm. Well, to an extent. But I'm like the opposite. Like I am not, I'm like, how's your day? Like, what's your name? Like, how are you? Like, and I had this conversation with my friend and I was like, I think I'm too nice. I think I'm too nice to these motherfuckers. If you want a bitch that's gonna intimidate you, we can do that.
But I also feel like, because I feel like I used to like flip the switch a lot whenever I felt like it wasn't being reciprocated. But now I feel like I'm more in the mindset of like, if I'm giving myself, like all of myself to a person, whether it's like on a friendship level, whether it's romantic wise, and it's not reciprocated, I'm gonna just charge that shit to the game and move on and be glad that I was at least being myself rather than like trying to like put on a front or being like, okay, well, fuck you. And then like in a few months, I'm looking back and I'm like, did I necessarily have to do all that?
And
'Cause that's what happened with that boy that I was just talking about. Like, it just kind of hit a low at one point. And, you know, he was busy, I was busy, whatever, but like the communication wasn't there anymore. And then I gave it a few tries. We had talked about it. Whenever I just felt like I had my max, I had like blocked him out everything. And then we only recently reconnected, and it's just been like on a friendly level, which I'm like, obviously, like, yeah, I'm still attracted to him, whatever. But it's nice just having it at a friendly level and keeping it there. And
I have that.
And not having to be anything more.
With
You said,
yeah, I have that with and it's a very interesting ball game to play, but I think having
it's grown.
Yeah, it's grown woman shit. Okay.
Because even last year I couldn't do that shit.
See, but like for me, I'm friends with my exes.
I don't have any like official exes. I've had a lot of like situations
outside of one actually, but
yeah, like I have like if we're talking about, I have certain people that I call like an ex, but it's like we weren't like even though we were like exclusive, but we had never like we never asked.
Yeah.
We were just it was just kicking it. But yeah, there's like I think it's only literally one.
Really? Yeah, I wouldn't say like I'm like texting them every day and whatnot. One of them, but for the most part, like all of them except for one ex, like I have a cordial relationship with, and the other ex wasn't even because of me. But that's neither here nor there. We're not gonna get into that. It's gonna be some fun content coming in general, and I feel like we're at our end. I'm sure these bitches aren't tired of us, but we're tired of y'all. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. No, we're not.
Never
kidding.
that. No.
I'm not kidding.
She said, I'm tired of you, actually. So let's close it out. Do you have anything that you want to close it out with?
I'm trying to think. I don't have shit to say to y'all. So no.
I'm crying.
You. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all do all that. Follow us.
Follow us because Miss Bini over here will be joining. Okay, but wait. Forever.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? You're listening to a future co-host of Okay, but wait. I know y'all like my voice, and I turn you on.
This ain't no wait till you see it in a hey.
And I may be wearing one right now.
Period. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you love Miss Bini over here. Not baby.
Not baby, bitch. BB.
Unless you're fronting some money. Which apparently that still don't work for you. So.
If you want to ask my cash out, there's Bini on there.
Daddy in advance.
Not the part. And go ahead and send some my way. Also, if y'all do want to donate to a Pride Foundation, shoot us a DM on our podcast page at OBW Pod, or you should also be following us as well as TikTok. And you're ready to hear more of us with the brewery.
Yeah.
Bye.
We like that.
Support.